Chapter 11. After years cleaning up the remains of my former beliefs, getting tangled over and over in false hopes of going back or finding a direct replacement for my God, I cut the proverbial cord. At that point, I became able to, without any defined belief system and knowing my earthly limits, create my own approach for living. Wysiwyg. That's what you see is what you get for you non-techies. I'd face the world as it is, make decisions based on what I can observe, and create my own meaning. Everything I learned during my faith experiment changed my view of humanity, so it now bears a strange resemblance to an episode of Naked and Afraid. I see us all as having been thrown into life with no choice of location, community, family, body type, intelligence level, time period, preferences, natural capabilities, personality, or even species. No animals have been found in space, so to my thinking, they share our rarity. If everybody could see living creatures this way, would we judge each other less for the characteristics we cannot control? Would we feel a greater sense of camaraderie? Would we recognize our interdependence? Or would we behave like the contestants on other reality shows, plotting to benefit at the expense of our companions? Would we make life a time of misery or a time of wonder? I've chosen to spend my brief existence enjoying the accessible wonders of the universe and helping, or at least not messing things up for, both the beings I'm currently sharing time with and those who will come after. That seems sufficient to create purpose and meaning within a single lifespan. Chapter 12. If you're still watching or listening or reading, I'll answer what I expect are your most burning questions. Let's get started. What about holidays? Well, I still celebrate during the major Christian holiday timeframes, but I don't relate them to the life of Jesus Christ. Most were appropriated from pre-Christian rituals, glorifying cycles of the sun or the changing of seasons, all definitely worth celebrating. So maybe my decorations bear an uncanny resemblance to those used by Christians during the holidays, but what's the harm in that? Santa and the Easter Bunny were never religious anyway. Can I commit crimes or screw around without consequence? Can anybody? Am I happier without faith? No. Life without magic and a constant unseen guardian is less enjoyable than this relentless physical reality. And did I mention I'm still stone cold sober? Bliss isn't a natural byproduct for me, but kittens, music, good food, and loved ones help. A lot. Am I more peaceful? No. People and events piss me off. I don't pressure myself to forgive the big stuff anymore, but I don't seek vengeance either. I let myself get mad. It's empowering. Plus, knowing that if I don't address wrongs, they won't get fixed, I need that energy. I pick my battles though. I still hate conflict. How's my social life? You're right. I started as an introvert and I'm still an introvert. Being in the recovery community where everyone saves a seat for their higher power is isolating, but chronic fatigue from the gravis has been a bigger barrier. It's better, but still not curable. Thanks for asking. How do you handle believers? Some people get offended if you don't believe in God. I just explain I don't have time for it. Nobody's pushed back on that yet. I do appreciate that non-belief isn't punishable by death anymore, for the most part anyway. Do I have a greater sense of well-being? Oh, hell no. Not believing I have a spiritual safety net, I live with more anxiety. But I'm also more careful. I take responsibility for preventing issues, so I have more energy for the inevitable and unavoidable catastrophes. What's my life like now? My checks are imprinted with a map of the world and the phrase, believe in yourself. That's where I'm at, and I wouldn't trade it, just like getting sober. Once I woke up from the dream that was my faith, I found there's nothing wrong with living in the world as it is. Sure, it's hard, but it was hard with faith too. I just used to tell myself I had more help than I did. So what's the takeaway? That's really up to you. For me, I pause before pulling dangling threads now, but I have full faith whatever questions arise can be answered without resorting to ancient myths or the supernatural. If there are no answers now, I can put a pin in it and rest assured humanity will figure it out in time. Thank you so much for listening, reading, watching. Have a great life.